All right. So I did take a few minutes to kind of look over what I was picking up here and kind of, I was really like, why? Because there are so many arrows, right? And when there's that many swords or air, so much air element, there seems to be, especially like, the responsibility, struggle, challenge, there's obviously something going on here. So I wanted to see what was going on astrologically that might be affecting you. And I figured it out. And it's interesting because this card kind of sums it up. This is 5 of arrows. It is Venus in Aquarius. Now, we don't really have a whole lot of Aquarian energy going on right now, but Venus in Libra, which is air energy, is squaring all of those planets that are in Capricorn. It goes through a series of squares with those planets that are in Capricorn. And for some reason, that is hitting you hard. And it might have, we see this Emperor here. So it might have to do with, right, the your love life, right? Your person. I mean, like, that's just one part of it, of course. It is connected, though. So that's what I see happening here. And of course, the 5s are about shifts, right? Nellis the Alchemist is change. Fairies of the future, right? We definitely see this shift happening. And as I said, look at this. We've got 4, 4, 4. That happened. This is another Libra too. But Aries got the 4 of arrows or 4 swords with their number 44. It was sitting right beside each other. And these are sitting beside each other at the bottom of the deck. Interesting. Sorry guys, my allergies are bothering me. We have another 4 here. Right, there's like been this stagnancy, and I really do feel like that is a part of this too. We have Mars turning direct, but it's kind of slow getting going, and we have those squares going on with Venus, and it's just, it's like when I see this, I just see like, you're taking aim at things, and they're just, it's like when you get frustrated with anything, right? You're trying to do something, you get frustrated, and it keeps screwing up, right? Like you're trying to do something on your computer, you can't get it to work no matter what you do. And it just makes you so frustrated. Finally, you put it away, you go someplace for a little while. Like, look at his face. He looks frustrated, right? He's looking in here. It's like, well, this is not mixing up right. But if you go away for a while, all right, you meditate or you just like go do something else until you're finally like over the frustration. And you come back, all of a sudden, everything just flows. Right? It's like this trying to control the situation, and wanting to move forward, wanting to go quicker than, this 8 of arrows, right? We feel kind of trapped still, kind of held, stuck feeling. And so I feel like that's what's going on here. Now, to go back a second, we do have this 3 of bows, 3 of wands in your past position. And what I'm seeing is, this is just that point on the path when it was like, which way will you go? Will you go where you've already been? What's comfortable? And you chose to take the more difficult route, right? I feel like this is Spirit reminding you, you chose this, right? And we actually chose it before we even got here. Oh, look at this. I just realized at the bottom, this is Kundalini energy. Some of you could be going through a Kundalini awakening, just like I said in the beginning, right? This is this Nellis the alchemist as well. That inner alchemy, and it's going to show up on the outside as well. That's interesting. But right, these decisions that you made were what led you to all this. And, of course, this was probably decided before you even came here. And of course, we do get those challenges, right? Those struggles along the way to let us know when we're ready for the next phase, right? This is number 33, right? It's like that we're at another crossroads and decisions have to be made, right? With this 2 of stones here. And it's basically just, are you going to rise up and meet the challenge? Will you accept the responsibility? Right? It's a weight. And I'm drawn to this psychic development, and which is part of this Nellis the alchemist here. But his eye has been, it's white. And I think it's Odin, the story of Odin, where he sacrifices his eye in order to gain wisdom and knowledge and being able to see into the future and such. I don't know if that was necessarily a part of it, but there are sacrifices that have to be made. But when I look at this, it's like he's really close now. I think at this point he can probably put that down, go up and get some help, right? Take a few, get some help to come back and help them out. There's that sage, right? The sage knows when to be, travel lightly through the darkness. He knows when to put down those and ask for a little bit of help and to be lighthearted, right? And I feel like this psychic development is also, even the sage playing into this, because I do see a bit of hermit energy in this. Being able to go within to see that the struggle is almost over, right? I see these broken arrows. And in Indian folklore, a broken arrow was a sign of peace. So I feel like, and I'm also seeing these crosses here, right? The crossroads. When we make that decision to rise up to the challenge, we get that peace. We get to move through to the next cycle. And this light that's within, right, we can access this at any time. To know that this struggle, this feeling of feeling stuck, I think more than anything, stuck and stagnant. And yes, everything that's going on around us, right? No doubt there's going to be chaos and problems all around us. We're going to be feeling that. But we do, I feel like, though we might not necessarily be completely out of the woods, because this is arrows on arrows, we are starting, because With the Six of Arrows, it is transition, right? It's like we're not quite out of the woods yet, but we're close, right? And this particular Queen of Arrows here, the swan, she's kind of got her feathers ruffled, right? She's kind of on edge, I feel. Ah, look at that. I didn't even realize that, he's in a swan boat. So there's some mirroring there too, right? The Emperor, the Venus energy. There could be some, if you're in a relationship, there could be some fights along right? This Two of Stones, we have these, there's supposed to be two females fighting for dominance in this, but maybe it is that both of you all are kind of like in the same energy rather than being, and of course, take what resonates, right? This isn't going to be for everybody. But you're like almost mirroring each other too much to where you're triggering each other. You're not balancing each other out, right? But we are moving into smoother waters. We're almost there. We're almost to the end of the cycle. Yes. And then this Janis Joplin here, right? This is this energy we need to tap into, because we are up in our head. We are kind of on the edge, right? And it's because of the energies around us. But we've got to, this power of love must replace the love of power, right? This Emperor that's here. And I'm not saying you're feeling power hungry, but, with all these energies like flowing around her, I can't help but feel like, we're picking up on the energies that are in our field, right? The psychic development, being a bit empathic. That's why this holistic health is under here too. Right? Build up your aura. Another set. Well, you all don't have that many sevens. Well, I'm drawn to this glow here too, right? Really tapping into that glow. This is almost all air. The Alchemist is fire. Fairies of the future I associate with Aquarius once again. And I feel like you're looking forward to that age of Aquarius, right? It's like maybe, you're looking too far into the future that it's causing you to just really hate where you are right now. And in that case, once again, we've got to become present, right? Really tune into the beauty that's around us rather than the darkness, right? Going out into nature, watching the sunset, right? It's going to bring about peace a lot quicker than just really trying to look into the future. Because, I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. That just finally came to me. So where do you gain your strength? Once again, right? This is the 23, the 5, right? That full moon is happening at 23. The new moon is happening at 23 degrees of Scorpio, which is, that adds up to a 5. That shift, right? The balance and the growth, balance and growth. And we're shifting back and forth. And then the full moons are at 8 degrees. So where do you get your strength? Right? Where are you able to calm down? Where do you see the light? Where do you get out of your head? Because that's a lot of this, right? And then, you know, the future is the 10 of arrows, finally closing out this cycle. And we see him holding this bow here, right? Preparing on this journey, watching for the right time. And you're taking aim a little bit too early here, right? But by the end of this period, you're going to be able to teach someone else how to aim the bow. You know, yeah, that just reminded me as I was talking about that. Maybe it's that you're not seeing, you're not seeing your manifestations quite yet, right? You're like, where the hell is it? Because was it the last time or the time before that you had the high level manifestation? And you're like, when is it coming? Where is it? You know, and you're like looking into this like it's a crystal ball, right? And you're not seeing it. It's coming. It's coming. I promise. Right? It's just, we have to pass through these portals. We have to move, you know, we have to learn to live in the intervals between events, right? That's part of this, these masters, right? These master numbers that we're working with. All right. So this is like saying, you know, rest easy, be cool. The transformation is happening, right? Keep going. Keep going. I know it's like, it seems like it's taking forever. I know. I'm with you. I'm with you. All right, let's get a piece of art. We'll get closing guidance and take a quick look at all the underlying energies together. All right, Gemini. I'm kind of drawn back here. Okay. To left. Dance at the Moulin Rouge. Yeah, it's like, you know, look at all these stuffy people. I feel like, and, you know, that energy, right? That's like how we're feeling. And this is saying, you know, we've got to not care about what's going on around us, like, you know, by dancing, by raising our vibration, right? There's this energy field around them. Everybody's moved out of the way because they don't match it, right? She don't care. So that's a, you know, this is saying raise your vibration, and that's going to protect you from these energies, right? All these other energies that are around you. And, you know, I usually look at this, the oyster lunch. Oysters, once again, you know, in the Moulin Rouge, that there's like this sexiness to it, right? That Venus energy. But there might be a bit of frustration with that as well, right? This is the term sausage party came to mind. That's awful, but it just kept on until I finally said it. All right. At any rate, right, there's like this big mess on the floor. There's some sexual frustration going on, I feel. Keep the energy light.